The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello, this is TV1 News. I'm Carol Kido Jr.
And I'm Rex Litter. Join me for some updates from the Pacific Games later in the bulletin.
In this edition, PM calls for respect to rule of law, eviction a delicate issue, and poor preparation affects Team PNG. The Brigiti Community Health Post in Maprik, East Sepik Province has been without medical supplies for the past 2 months. Community health worker Kipa Ningi said the aid post often has a shortage in medicine. Ningi said often patients have to seek assistance at the Maprik Hospital or the pharmacy. He said the supply usually lasts only a month because in a day the health center attends to more than 100 patients with various ailments. Other challenges faced by Brigiti Aid Post is transportation of medical supplies and manpower in maintaining the service. Ningi spoke to TV1 News about this dilemma close to a week ago today. At that time, the health facility had been without medicine for almost 2 months. He is calling on district leaders to assist them. The crucial role that any citizen can do for their country is respect the rule of law in all societies. Prime Minister made these remarks in Parliament recently following a number of law and order issues around the country, in particular the unrest in Wabeg over the Lagaib supplementary election.
Responding to a query in Parliament from Enga Governor Sir Peter Ipatas regarding the possibility of involving the Independent Commission Against Corruption or ICAC in investigating the Lagaib supplementary election and the subsequent unrest in Wabeg, Prime Minister James Marape emphasized the significance of upholding legal principles. Marape conveyed a message to the people of Lagaib and citizens across the nation, emphasizing that understanding there is only one winner in an election is vital. When acknowledging that the responsibility of ensuring orderly elections falls on law enforcement agencies, he urged citizens to actively contribute to maintaining the rule of law throughout the country. Expressing bewilderment at the disparities in election processes across different regions, he highlighted the need for consistency in conducting elections within established timelines, budget and legal frameworks. Commending Governor Ipatas for seeking ICAC's interventions in investigating the Lagaib supplementary election, the Prime Minister assured him of the government's support in this manner. He acknowledged the governor's right to file a complaint with ICAC and emphasized that the government stands ready to provide the necessary resources for a tough investigation. Tracy Pa, TV1 News.
The newly upgraded Bossett Health Facility, funded by the Australian government, played a crucial role in saving the life of a premature baby on World Children's Day. Equipped with essential resources, including oxygen therapy tools, the facility provided 24-hour power supply and specialized care. Nursing Officer Francis Nevis expressed gratitude, emphasizing the facility's impact in spite of its official opening status. The upgrade, costing 16.79 million kina, includes various departments and wards, ensuring improved health services for approximately 14,000 residents in Western Province's Middle Fly District, eliminating the need for a 12-hour journey to Kionga. Hola Sacred Heart marked a momentous occasion on Sunday with the Feast of Christ the King and a confirmation ceremony for 58 candidates. Cardinal Sir John Ribbart graced the event and delivered an inspiring confirmation ceremony. Hola Sacred Heart witnessed a joyous celebration on Sunday, 26 November. 58 candidates received the sacrament of confirmation as the church observed the feast of Christ the King. Cardinal Sir John Ribbart added significance to service and delivered an inspiring confirmation ceremony. Cardinal Ribbart emphasized that the celebration unites people globally. He encouraged a reflection on this mission during the sacrament of confirmation, highlighting the acceptance of responsibility to defend one's faith. Speaking directly to the candidates, Cardinal Ribbart urged them to stand firm in their faith in both word and action. He emphasized the challenges of loyalty which might lead to conflicts even within families, but encouraged reliance on the guidance of the Holy Spirit.
You standing for the faith and witnessing to it by word and action, and the spreading of the knowledge that God loves us and our neighbors. So it is a commitment to Jesus Christ that often calls us to take a stand. On these times could put us in opposition to people due to tradition, their tradition, our customs, our lifestyle, and situations like that. But the kind of loyalty sometimes even puts us in conflict with our own family. We continue to live this in the guidance of the Holy Spirit. And therefore those who are to be confirmed today, you are accepting the responsibility to be disciples of Christ.
The Feast of Christ the King, celebrated annually on the last Sunday of Ordinary Time, concludes the liturgical year for the Roman Catholic Church and initiates preparations for Advent and the anticipation of Redeemer Child at Christmas. Cardinal Ribbart said the first Sunday of Advent begins preparations by the faithful in anticipation of the Saviour's arrival. In a poignant moment, Cardinal Ribbart addressed the challenges faced by individuals, drawing attention to recent events in Midday.
That moment in Midday, that was a sad situation. People did not recognize that those who were there, they did not recognize that they are the face of Christ, and they should be respecting one another, uniting one another, working together to promote His peace amongst us. And that is the greatest thing we should do for one another. And that's what Christ wants for us. And that's what we should be doing to one another. Not killing, not destroying one another, but really respecting, promoting peace for all, and respect for everyone.
Hola Sacred Heart celebration brought a sense of unity among the faithful, which resonated with Cardinal Ribbart's call for responsible, respectful and peaceful coexistence in the light of Christ's teachings. An agreement was signed recently between the Christian Blind Mission New Zealand, the One Sight Essilor Foundation Australia and the Eastern Highlands Provincial Health Authority to establish the Centre of Excellence for Eye Care Services in the Eastern Highlands. The agreement paves the way to further strengthen working partnership between the partners who had been delivering much-needed eye care services to the people of Goroka, as well as referrals from around the country.
After providing the best eye care services in the province for almost 40 decades in Eastern Highlands Province, the Eye Care Clinic in Goroka Hospital is proud of the latest delivery, the launching of a Centre of Excellence Vision Centre. The Centre of Excellence Vision Centre is now part of the Goroka Provincial Hospital's Eye Clinic, boosting its services to bring greater impact on people's lives both in Eastern Highlands as well as the rest of Papua New Guinea with the modernized Eye Care Vision Centre. It is an achievement of the Eastern Highlands Provincial Health Authority with assistance of the Christian Blind Mission and One Sight Essilor Laxotica Foundation that will improve eye care services in the province as well as those referrals from outside. CBM's International Programs Director, Linabel Headley, said during the launch that it is a milestone achievement, and as partners, they are proud to deliver the complete Vision Centre to provide service for the people. Head of the One Sight Essilor Laxotica Foundation, Wayne Tennant, also raised similar sentiments, adding that EHPHA and Goroka Provincial Hospital are privileged to have such a Vision Centre that is second to none in the country. Chief Executive Officer of Eastern Highlands Provincial Health Authority, Dr. Joseph Appa thanked CBM New Zealand and the One Side Isilor Laksotika Foundation in providing the generous support for the eye care services for the people of Eastern Islands. Acting CBM Country Director Diana Ureta and International Programs Director Linabel Headley, along with the Operations Coordinator Alan Palili, CBM PNG, and Wade Tennant, the Foundation representative of the One Side Isilor Foundation Australia, were part of the signing to extend the partnership and work together to provide and deliver eye care services to the people. The signing of the agreement of the Center of Excellence Vision Center was done in August this year, and after 2 months, the actual center was launched last Wednesday. Frida Kana, TVWAN News.
TV1 News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase easy paid units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
You like serving on winning plus scale rice mechi pack? Scale rice like giving you plenty chance to winning plenty scale prizes. Kind price for Sam, 256 plus scale rice Nabi set, 192 plus scale rice Kemo Eski, now 44 plus JBL and Co speakers, 102 plus wireless microphone. The win, buy mini scale rice or oil rice products, writing full name na contact details below box and receipt, na drop him inside the entry box. You get 4 plus draws, 4 plus fortnight, 116 plus winners, na 16 plus promotion locations. Just try us all. You got terms na conditions for this plan.
More clean, more sweet. Flame natural white sugar. Make more.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo in milk taste and added nutrients, Milo in milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG e Mia. Prime PNG made.
Ton, 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 hino, ton, ton.
Nihimomo. If you can't stop thinking about the Hino range of trucks, then you better drive one today. Hino.
Ton, ton.
Strong like you, smart like me. I hope they don't break. Now surely look his son. This is Relaxo. Strong plus shred. Should I try them on you?
No, please. I'll take them.
Relaxo. Very strong, lasts long.
Leopards, bison, cheetahs, and more.
Ideally, all of these animals roaming freely would paint a beautiful picture. However, human progress won't allow that. The next best thing is to give them value.
Join Dan Cabela as he sets out on an international journey of discovery within the world of conservation.
There is no one-size-fits-all solution, and science is the best hope to find answers for their survival.
Hard Truths of Conservation, streaming now on Outdoor.
Porto lead with 32 minutes on the clock.
Welcome back. PNG Power's Revenue Protection Project is intensifying efforts to combat illegal electricity usage. With a reinforced team and strategic plans, they aim to identify 1,000 offenders by December 2023. 36 linesmen received specialized training, and General Manager Retail, Kingston Albert, praised the team's commitment. 10 new vehicles have been provided also as additional support. The RPP, now fully staffed, launched the meter boxing initiative targeting electricity users in Port Moresby. Acting CEO Nehemiah Naris emphasizes the need to maximize revenue from existing customers. He called for honesty, dedication, and support from the team. With more and more law and order issues, especially murder cases in Midday province, rising at an alarming rate, citizens are now vigorously calling on the government to issue eviction notices to squatter settlers, especially in the urban centres. Governor Ramsey Pariwa said the Provincial Executive Council has approved for an eviction to be carried out as soon as possible within town. This call follows the killing of a young Bogia man and a police officer, which sparked an unrest in town and a spate of property destruction to private and government properties. With the festive season approaching, the province has welcomed a new provincial police commander in Acting Superintendent Robert Baim, who has vowed to bring stability back to Midday. The province is at the moment gripped with senseless killings, including the recent murder of a final-year student of Midday Technical College.
In an interview with this newsroom, Provincial Administrator Frank Lau cautioned government authorities not to move too fast on the eviction plan as a remedy to minimize the senseless killing in the province. On the flip side, Mr. Lau said the agenda on the table, both the provincial government and the provincial administration must treat this as a delicate matter before taking action. Mr. Lau is concerned over the welfare of genuine people who are living in these squatter settlements. He reminded authorities that not everyone living in the settlements are criminals, and that an eviction would mean displacing many honest, hard-working people, saving the people of Midday. The provincial administrator stated that in order to action what the governor has insisted, they must approach the issue in a diplomatic way by looking at how they can accommodate those who are contributing positively to the province before the homes they are living in currently is bulldozed. Mr. Lau believes an eviction should not be imposed immediately, but to take into account lives and human rights, and they work through a plan to address the matter so that it does not backfire on the government. Rex Litter, TV1 News.
Kina Bank Papua New Guinea today launched its mobile banking team known as Red Thunders in Port Moresby. The aim of this initiative is to make banking accessible and faster for its customers through the use of the mobile phone.
Kina Bank Papua New Guinea has now joined other financial companies by launching its first of its kind mobile banking team known as Red Thunders today in Port Moresby. Red Thunders is an initiative established by the organization to make banking easier, accessible and faster through the use of the mobile phone. When officiating the launching, the Kina Bank CEO Rope Uyasi said that the service will reach customers in Port Moresby, including customers in other centers as well. Uyasi said access to fast, convenient and accessible banking is always an issue in PNG, and this initiative is an approach the organization is taking to reduce these issues. He said prior to the launching, the team have carried out awareness for the past 3 months where they opened 3,585 accounts and 2,960 Visa debit accounts for new customers. The CEO said now that the program is launched, the team will continue its drive to reach as many customers as they can to ensure their customers have access to their services to reduce the long queues at the bank. Tracy Parr, TV1 News.
Zefton Finance Limited is a microfinance lending company that recognizes the need for everyday Papua New Guineans to enjoy the benefits of financial inclusion through enabling shared prosperity and reducing poverty. Established with a vision to bridge financial gaps, they specialize in providing accessible and tailored financial solutions to Papua New Guineans and a vision to create inclusivity, integrity and empowerment. Managing Director of Zefton Finance Limited, Eileen Aitzi, launched this company during the Passive Funds Biz launch event recently.
I don't have a background in finance. I work with the government. I work for the premises department. I'm a policy officer under the APEX space, so I don't really have much finance background, but I think that's not something that would limit me or any one of us, some of us, for going, this is in another area that's not our strength. But I think that's an important thing that we, put ourselves out there and then take on the challenge. Why I chose this? I think I've worked in the public service for over 8 years, and I've seen a lot of, loans that public servants, maybe the private sector as well, but we have a lot of, loans that come up every now and then that we want to take out because we have some obligations, some, financial need, and it becomes a priority, and that actually affects, work-based performance and everything. And I'm trying to set up a company that's tailor-made to suit a targeted audience with, flexible, affordable repayments.
And now the finance news. The kina closed unchanged at $0.2685 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying $0.2610 $0.3936 Australian dollars, €0.2308 euro and 38.70 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold, cocoa, palm oil, copper closed higher. Coffee, copra and crude oil closed lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, ASX closed lower, and all ordinaries closed lower as well. You're watching TV1 News. After the break, an update on Gaza and Thai hostages released by Hamas.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSP Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSP branch today to register now for BSP Mobile Banking. BSP Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSP, our bank, our people.
Hiya, Mama. You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic Kakaro, get up and big smile on face. Time for kimchi and a great kumutu. Sip, sip, the mumu, yes, magic on you.
Magic, the taste PNG loves.
Right across the nation, we eat snacks crackers. Emi trupla. All get a young plana lapun, only like him snacks crackers. Only make him here, no PNG, one-time lay biscuit company. It's crunchy and tasty. It's irresistible.
Hey, you want talk? Want to win one of 4 Costa buses? Simply collect 6 SP Lager Red promo caps and enter the draw at a participating store near you. There are heaps of other great prizes to win too, like SP Hunters jerseys and other awesome SP Lager gifts. So enter the draw today for a chance to win. There's a bus to be won in Islands, Southern, Momase, and in New Guinea Islands. SP Lager, Bungi Mumi!
New Fabuloso Multi-Purpose Cleaner with an irresistible fragrance that lasts all day long, creating a field of flowers in every corner of your home. With an irresistible fragrance that lasts and lasts all day long. Fabuloso Irresistible Fragrance.
It's lights out and we are go here. He comes into the final corner. He's going to get this job done. Quattararo's leaving it too late. He reigns in Spain.
Loose, and here's Gabriel Jesus, finds the bottom corner. Something to do here because Ricardo has found Wahi.
now, we're facing a man-made disaster of global scale. Our greatest threat in thousands of years, climate change. If we don't take action, the collapse of our civilizations and the extinction of much of the natural world is on the horizon.
It's lights out and we are go here. He comes into the final corner. He's going to get this job done. Quattararo's leaving it too late. He reigns in Spain.
Thanks for staying with us. While Israelis and Palestinians are celebrating the release of hostages and prisoners, the outlook remains dire for those caught up in the fighting in Gaza. Shaina Lowe from the Norwegian Refugee Council says aid should be provided without condition to the 2.3 million civilians living in the besieged territory.
Estimated more than 60% of housing in Gaza is damaged or destroyed. And around 1.7 million people, around 80% of Gaza's population, has already been internally displaced in the last 7 weeks. People are staying in shelters that are bursting at the seams. Families are hosting other families. And there is such limited space that there are people even sleeping on the streets because they have nowhere else to go. Despite the fact that aid has been coming in increased numbers over the last 3 days of this pause, it's nowhere near enough. We desperately need this pause to be extended, to be made into a permanent ceasefire, so that really we can start reconstruction and much wider scale recovery efforts than we've been able to do in just 3 days. Well, the only people that really have left Gaza in relatively significant numbers are those who are dual nationals, who have passports to other countries, or those who are critically injured or sick, who need treatment outside. For Palestinians, the idea of even leaving their homes is a very sensitive and difficult one. Palestinians have faced 75 years of displacement and do not want to leave their homes. We are very concerned that if Israel were to restart hostilities and expand its ground operation, as they've indicated they plan to do, into southern Gaza, we're very concerned that there could be increased forcible transfer, a grave violation of international humanitarian law, or even mass deportation into Egypt, again, a violation of international humanitarian law. So Palestinians want to stay where they are, and they will do everything that they can not to leave Gaza.
Both Hamas and Israel are indicating a willingness to extend the ceasefire deal beyond the 4-day timeline. Hamas announced that it is seeking to extend the truce should serious efforts be made to increase the number of Palestinian detainees released from Israel. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said he would welcome extending it if it facilitated the release of 10 additional hostages every day, as agreed under the original Qatari brokered deal. Hamas says it has handed over 13 Israeli hostages, 3 Thai nationals, and a person with Russian citizenship. In exchange, another group of 39 Palestinian prisoners were freed. U.S. President Joe Biden said he hoped the pause in fighting between Israel and Hamas can go on as long as prisoners are getting released. 3 Thai farm workers are among the latest group of hostages to be released by Hamas. It comes as 14 other Thai nationals previously freed by Hamas as part of the 4-day ceasefire are expected to return to Thailand in the coming days.
14 Thai nationals who are being held hostage by Hamas are expected to return to Thailand in the next few days. On Friday, 10 Thais were among the 24 who were released, and that no one needed urgent medical care. He said their mental health is also pretty good. They're all talking. Obviously and understandably, they're just desperate to see their families, talk to their families, and have showers, and for life to return to normal. The Prime Minister also thanked everyone who was involved in securing this release, and he called for the remaining hostages to be released. There's still an estimated 18 Thai nationals who are being held hostage by Hamas. Now, this was obviously part of this 4-day ceasefire that was brokered by Qatar, Egypt and the United States, during which Hamas is set to release 50 hostages and Israel 150 Palestinian prisoners, all of whom are women and children. Now, before the war, about 30,000 Thai nationals were living and working in the agriculture sector in Israel, and 5,000 of those were in the area around the Gaza Strip. Often Thais from poor rural backgrounds will go to Israel where the wage is relatively high, and they'll send money back to their families, and it's a really important way for them to sort of support and help their communities. But it has meant that Thailand is actually the biggest group of foreign nationals who were killed and went missing in those October 7 attacks. I think it was around 39 people, they estimate, 39 Thai nationals who were killed, and there are 3 still in hospital. So this, despite the fact that this war is happening very far from Thailand, it's had a huge impact on the whole country.
The Australian government has announced it will set up roving teams of cyber experts to help Pacific Island nations deal with the growing online threats posed by criminal organizations and hostile states. Australian officials have become increasingly worried about the Pacific's vulnerability to cyber attacks. Last year, Australian experts helped Vanuatu deal with a ransomware attack that crippled its government departments, forcing some officials and hospital workers to resort to using pen and paper. PNG was also hit with a ransomware attack in 2021 that targeted government pay systems, while Tonga's state-owned telecommunications company was hit earlier this year. Australia's Assistant Foreign Minister Tim Watts said cyber attacks were the fastest growing threat to the Pacific's national security, just as they are in Australia. There's concern Queensland families struggling to pay their bills are cutting back on swim lessons for their children. A Gold Coast surf lifesaver warns it could be the one skill that saves a life.
Swim class, learning to safely cross this Gold Coast creek. The reward is buried treasure.
Whoa, what is that? So we let the children know that we have to swim to the other side of the creek to get the pirate treasure and the mermaid treasure.
Oh my goodness! But for swim instructor Sky Bond, it's a serious life skill.
In a situation like a creek or going out with outgoing tide and stuff like that, would not be able to save themselves.
She teaches kids as young as 3 years old how to handle natural waterways safely.
Not everyone goes, oh, my kid can swim in a backyard pool. Backyard pools are a lot different than these creeks.
Beck Pirihi's daughter is one of these students. While caring for her other child, Beck's 3-year-old fell off a small jetty.
I was very panicked. I was equally trying to get the baby off me and get to Molly at the same time.
But the swimming lessons kicked in.
She kind of just managed to swim her way back to the jetty and grab onto the jetty so then I could pull her back up. I know how quickly that could have gone badly.
Sky Bond has been a lifesaver.
It's been years in the making, but today the Rozelle interchange finally opened. The underground Spaghetti Junction tripped up some drivers on day one, but there were no major problems. Commuters are being warned to expect delays during busy peak hours this week.
A police convoy leads drivers into Sydney's newest tunnels. At 5:06, the Rozelle interchange is officially open. The dawn of faster journeys for millions of Sydney-siders.
It's the final piece of the WestConnex puzzle in place.
It's 8 years since work on Australia's largest road tunnel project began.
They will be rejoicing. They will be singing in their cars, frankly, because their cars will be moving.
The interchange in the city's inner west connects the M4 and M8 extensions, the Anzac Bridge, the City West Link and the Western Distributor. The state government has released animations to prepare drivers for the new routes.
Make sure that you follow the signs because your sat-nav might not be updated with the new underground network.
Every stretch of the network is captured by at least 2 cameras and monitored in this control room at St Peters. Some drivers have already been caught out by the changes, with at least one pulling up and trying to reverse through a tunnel.
We do have the safest tunnels in the world, but they're not made to go backwards in.
Commuters are being warned to expect more traffic in some spots.
We do expect for the next 6 months that there may well be some congestion in different places.
As drivers wrap their heads around the Spaghetti Junction.
And that ends the news segment. When we come back, Rex provides an update on the 17th Pacific Games in the Solomon Islands.
Samsung Galaxy S22 smartphones, 5,000 kina in cash, water tanks, gem sets, and entertainment packs with Samsung TV, smartphone, Playbox, and 1-year free TV and mobile plan. So what are you waiting for? Just top up 5 kina or more, or buy any phone for your chance to win, and make your wishes come true this Christmas. Only with Digicel.
All right, man. Show me some good slippers around here.
Boss man.
Good, you want. Strong like you, smart like me.
Yeah, I hope they don't break.
Now surely look his son. This is Relaxo. Strong plus thread. Should I try them on you?
No, please. I'll take them.
Relaxo. Very strong, lasts long.
Tasmania is Australia's smallest state, lying about 240 kilometres south of the mainland. Join me on my journey through this beautiful island state as I experience the produce, people and culture that makes this an unforgettable island.
Santa, what are you doing here?
That's because I was kicked out.
Hey, who swapped out the music again? Supposed to be holiday jams, not classical.
You were kicked out of your own workshop?
There's an elf. He's a madman. Or maybe he's a genius. I don't know. His name is Sprinkles.
Debo Saves Christmas premieres Saturday, December 9th, 7 p.m. on HBO Family.
Come on out and join the party, baby! Ricochet taking out Logan Paul! Samoa drop by Nia Jax!
We will cover a very important period within our country.
Welcome back. The PNG sprinters made their presence felt today in the 100 meters heats. Leroy Kamau finished first in the second batch, and Pius Whistle proved too fast for fellow runners. Emmanuel Anis opened the 100 meters heat, challenge finishing behind Australia. In the entertaining field events, PNG women 100 meters heat saw Edwin Monagi bend the track to claim a win. Boxing also got its fair share of success in the ring. Bid Inoino defeated Solomon Islands Junior Monka in the 54 kg division, and Jamie Cheng beat Danis Ilaha from Solomon Islands in the same weight division through an unanimous decision. In the earlier fight, Allen Oike beat Vanuatu's Lionel Warawara in the 57 kg division. Fidelis Laya fought hard but lost to Tahiti opponent in the 67 kg division. PNG netball team Peppers lost to Tahiti in the closing match, while the women's national soccer team secured have advanced to gold medal playoffs. In the other sports, hockey, the Tats football did well in their respective matches, while Matthew Stubbins advanced to the tennis semi-finals after drawing 1-1 against Tahiti today. Preparations is crucial for success, and PNG's position on the medal tally for the 2023 Solomon Islands Pacific Games is the reflection of poor lead-up preparations by Team PNG. PNG men's volleyball coach Matthew Wallo shared his take on this when his team returned from Honiara on Sunday, November 26th, with PNG's first ever silver medal in the volleyball at the Pacific Games. As 2023 Solomon Islands Pacific Games begins second week of the competition today, the pressure is already mounting on the athletes to deliver gold for the country. Team PNG sits on 10th position and could possibly drift down further on the medal tally. PNG men's volleyball team coach Matthew Wallo believes that PNG's position on the medal tally is the consequences of poor preparation by national federations and late assistance from the government.
In any aspect, it's three elements. You prepare, you execute, and now it's evaluation time. So preparation is very, very important. When you go there, it's about delivering and reaping the rewards of what you sow. So, all the national federations and funding is available. We can be able to expose our players internationally. I think PNG can do us proud in any sports. Like now, a lot of players have dug deep into their own pockets to pay their levies. Government funding came in the 11th hour when the team was about to travel. And we don't need the money when we're trying to travel. We didn't have money when we were trying to prepare the team. We needed funding when we were preparing the team. So that can help the players, get exposure and they're competitive minded. So when we go overseas, naturally it's there. Like for us.
Wallo believes that athletes were caught in between, finding money to settle their levies so that they can participate in the event and expecting the government to step in and support them. This affected their preparation. He urged national federations to be more self-reliant in the future. He also called on the government to assist in time when it is needed so that the athletes are not distracted and can focus on preparing better for the events. Meantime, Wallo remains optimistic in the remaining codes and believes they will make the country proud. The PNG Rugby Union Sevens team Pukpuks have worn down their international campaign with a successful campaign in the 2023 Solomon Islands Pacific Games. The Pukpuks would now have a well-deserved rest and return to the pitch for their 2024 Challenger Series that's scheduled for January. With intense participation at the Oceania Rugby Sevens competition in Brisbane and the 2023 Pacific Games in Solomon Islands hosted in space of a month, PNG men's national sevens team are nothing but deserving a rest after participating in these events. The PNG Pukpuks will take a breather before they get called back to prepare for the 2024 events.
After now, Gomalolo now Ramplagoya, Namplagomalolo, come back and sit down, maybe Lukulo, public was one to include in our province now. The coming team Lomiko, 20 minutes. Then Namplakata Lumiko 15. The challenge of 34.
The Oceania Rugby Sevens competition resulted in PNG's missing a direct Olympic qualification. However, they have secured an opportunity to participate in the Challenger Series in January in Dubai. Pukpuk coach IM Pilokos has identified where they are and what they need as a team.
claim strength or anything, my only play strength in and every something we need to emphasize it. In the first half, we were running, we open him up, and we were fine, we were going to crash him again the figure.
The team learned lessons from the quarter-final defeat to Fiji at the 2023 Pacific Games. The PNG Pukpuks had hard luck, missing out on gold medal playoffs in the Pacific Games and missing out the direct qualification in the 2024 Olympics. They remain positive for the Challenger Series to give one last shot for the only available sport in the Olympics. The Papua New Guinea Rugby League, in partnership with the Pacific All Sports Program, in its continued efforts to raise the standard and education of its competition. This year, through the key personnel, invested in upskilling of trainers in the Digital ExxonMobil Cup and is now seeing 17 trainers from the PNG National Rugby League competition and the PNG Hunters undergo the necessary requirements for the Australian Strength and Conditioning Level 1 accreditation.
Australian Strength and Conditioning Association conducted its Level 1 course in Port Moresby from Thursday 23rd of November to Sunday 26th. The comprehensive 4-day course covered all aspects of being a conditioning coach. It was facilitated by Queensland Rugby League Physical Performance Director John Mitchell. Mitchell is an advisor and mentor to the Papua New Guinea Rugby Football League High Performance Unit. He is the lead SNC coach for the Queensland Women's State of Origin team, a board member of the Conditioning Association, and is the second ever fully accredited Masters SNC coach worldwide. He brings immense value to the performance staff of Papua New Guinea's NRLC clubs in preparation for the 2024 Digital ExxonMobil Cup season. Participants now have the fundamental knowledge, skills and confidence to go back to their clubs and give our local athletes the best ever pre-season programs. The PNG RFLC's 2023 Sports Trainer Program began with trainers for the national competitions franchises, participating earlier this year in a 2-day trainers workshop aimed at preparing this personnel in the correct methods and recovery for athletes, as well as to further their accreditation in the strength and conditioning and sports trainer entry-level certification. There has been ongoing mentoring and support throughout the year for trainers in the sport, with Mitchell also running sessions in August this year with trainers and coaches in the 2023 National Women's Championships. The program provided trainers the opportunity to be part of elite teams in the recent Prime Minister's 13 and Pacific Championship fixtures. Trainers are Frank Rarua and Simon Gibinisi from Port Moresby Vipers, George Tobata from Gurias, Lawrence Tu'u from Gulf Iso, and Noel Joel from Ley Tigers. Susan Oreape, TV1 Sports.
That's all we have in sports. Over to you, Carol.
Thank you, Rex. Now here's the weather forecast for the main centres for the next 24 hours. Southern region, isolated showers and thunderstorms becoming scattered over Gulf. Partly cloudy with possible overnight drizzles. Alotau, cloudy tonight with overnight showers. Momase, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Wewak, Vanimo and Midday, cloudy tonight with morning showers. New Guinea Islands, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. All centres partly cloudy with few showers. Kavieng and Buka mostly fine with Buka partly cloudy as well. Highlands, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms with drizzles, then isolated morning fog. All centres rain showers and possible thunderstorms tonight with morning fog patches. Ocean forecast for the next 24 hours. Coral Sea, seas slight to moderate with east to southeast winds of 10 to 20 knots. Bismarck Sea, seas smooth to slight with northwest winds of 5 to 10 knots. Coastal waters forecast. Waters of Long Island to Medang to Wewak to Vanimo and northern PNG Indonesian border, seas 0.5 to 1.5 meters. And that wraps up another edition of TVWAN News. Have a pleasant evening. Bye for now.
The TVWAN News was proudly brought to you by BSP, our bank,